We are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Scratch. Welcome to Scratch the Gaming Itch. Hello.
Aloha.
Hello, Chicago. Hello, Chicago.
Dear me. Saturdays can never come along soon enough, especially when there's been a gap in us not being here. So yeah, welcome everyone. My name is Eback. I'm the person who runs this channel, and welcome to the Scratching Post, where we scratch that gaming itch. But on Saturdays, I gather a group of my friends and we put our voice acting talents to the various games. We are non-professionals. People here might want to be professionals. I'm just here for some fun. So, and so the rest, I think. Welcome everyone. Hello, Surfer. I see you there in the chat. And of course, we're going to continue on with Ace Investigations 2, because why not? Edgeworth. He's got his rest.
You hope.
We hope. God, that man needs some rest.
He needs like a week of sleep.
Indeedy. So allow me to introduce the cast, as it were. We might have some latecomers arriving a bit later on. Allow me to introduce the Burr.
Bouncing here and there and everywhere.
Hey. We also have Drifting.
Who is very sleepy and trying to draw.
Oh dear. Our woman in Japan, Laura Petal.
Somebody sign me up for Xenoblade Chronicles Fans Anonymous, please. Jesus Christ.
Oh dear. Is it that bad, is it?
It's 2 6-hour streams recently of it.
We're gonna need an intervention.
If you consider that bad, then by all means.
No comment, Your Honor.
I would call it for now. I'd call it good.
Yeah, I mean, we'll start to get worried if you start missing other string dates and other things. So we'll send out a search party.
Good luck.
Good luck. Well, to people who need to find you, you can, because of course you can find Laura at where's the Twitter handle? Where's the Twitch handle? Twitch.tv/ what the fuck is it?
I think it's just Laura Petal, right?
Yep, Laura Petal, all one word. Laura Petal, all one word. That's where you can catch Laura. Hey. Someone's with it tonight.
Let me make it easy for you.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you.
Eback, here is an assault course. You must do this assault course to be able to post a Twitch handle. Good luck.
Oh,
You will
dear.
go on my first whistle.
Basically.
Sorry, any excuse to use that line.
Whistle.
We also have Lemon Russ.
Ladies and gentlemen, a story in sounds.
お前はもう死んでいる。何?
Couldn't tell. Our resident weeb of the group. And we love him for it.
Yeah.
Baby.
Happy to be here.
Our very own Mr. Wright, even though Mr. Wright isn't appearing in this game. Son's appearing in this
Mr. Wright
game.
not appearing in this game.
No, I'm in the car, don't worry.
And your good friend of mine, Mr. Opolis.
I don't have a bit, but hi everyone.
Hello.
Don't worry, you helped me come up with that one.
That's fine.
Yeah, I helped Lemming with his. Like all of my power went to that.
You workshopped. That's how you do it. So we're down a K for now. K might be joining us a bit later. They of course have gone through some recent things, and we're going to make sure that they're healthy and they're happy, and so on and so forth. So if they are watching this back feeling bad, stop that right now. We just want you to feel better.
Shit, daylight savings, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, is that
I
what?
think they're coming.
Okay.
I think they're on their way.
Literally what Kay just said right now.
I think they're on their way.
Yeah. So there you go. Daylight savings.
From iPad.
Shut up,
Bless
Alexa.
Chaos, immediate chaos. I
Daylight-
live for this.
Daylight saving strike.
How to help you with that?
Well, but you can't change the whole concept
Okay.
of time across the
Okay.
entire. Hello, Kay.
Okay.
Hello.
I might be sounding different because my other headset broke, so I'm on this one now.
You sound
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
You sound
fine.
great. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Alexa,
Yeah.
you
It's all good.
can't solve the whole time problem of GMT. That's a governmental thing. I wish you could
Alexa,
assist.
turn off.
Alexa, turn off GMT.
Global daylight saving.
Oh fuck!
Alexa, stop it.
She turned-
Alexa, stop it.
I said turn
Oh,
off.
boy.
I said turn off GMT, not the TV. Stupid bint. And the chaos already begins in today's episode.
And
Welcome,
pe-
everyone.
And people expect us to go to AI soon. Like, fuck that.
No, please don't.
You think they're gonna take?
wanna.
You think they're gonna take over the world? Nah.
To quote the Almighty Emperor,
Oh, hell to the fuck no.
Also, if they are going to take over the planet, you know they're gonna wipe us out for all the bullshit we've been putting them through.
oh
Oh God, yes. Having to listen to
My-
us all
Making me
day.
draw pictures. What the fuck?
My work is already researching into AI, and I'm just sitting there going,
No, please don't.
no, no.
I found out that one of the contracts of my business is now using ChatGPT to translate.
Oh god.
We have an AI help thing. It's that helps us. Basically, if we have a question that we need answered, we can't remember where to find it. We ask Fred, and Fred tells us. Fred's also not very helpful in most circumstances, but you know.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
Fred,
This is what I mean.
Fred has saved my ass a few times. But you know,
I mean, fair.
I'm glad that my company using AI as a tool for its, you know.
Well, that's the
its-
thing. Like, if it's using as a
Right.
tool to help the person, great, cool, all for that. It's
Yeah.
when they start using it to replace things, and I'm just like, no,
No.
No, don't
stop,
replace people.
stop this.
Use it to enhance, not replace.
So we are, of course, down a divot tonight. I'm going to do a proper intro because, of course, they've arrived a bit later. We like to think of them as the whippersnapper of this group, RK.
Hi.
Yay!
How are you feeling, by the way?
Yay.
Oh, I'm feeling great. I finished my I did my last check-in appointment with the surgeon yesterday and was basically like, "Yep, it's all good. It's probably gonna be all good."
It's good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Let's get on with it because we're 15 minutes in the episode and we still not
I'm
done.
so sorry.
No, please
There
don't
is-
apologize.
there-
No.
Fine.
There is a message from
Right.
Divot just to said have fun, and obviously,
Mwah, we miss you, Divot.
I miss you, Divot.
Right.
Also,
Yeah.
Also, Kay can't be late right now because we haven't been shown the game yet. They can't be late.
Oh, I knew
Something
that.
was realized exactly
I knew
when
there
it
was something I was forgetting.
There
Also,
it
pigeon.
is.
Your Honor, we can't see anything.
Well, now you can. So, the audience can see everything. The audience can see everything.
Oh no!
Everything.
Now,
I'll pull
We-
some pants on.
immediately. We immediately run up to the first issue, which is Divot voices Rook. So Divot is not here, meaning we need someone
Is it
else
Rook or Knight?
I thought
to.
it was night.
Yeah, it is.
Actually,
It is.
it's night.
Yeah, it's night.
Rook's dead.
Rook's dead.
Yeah, Rook
He's
is
pining.
dead.
He's
Dead,
pining
boy.
for the fields.
He's an
Rook-
ex
Rook-
bodyguard.
Rook's-
He's brushing the daisies. He's
Rook's dead,
He's-
baby. Rook's
he's been
dead.
to Mallorca.
All I'm gonna say is knight to rook 3. You know, so
Point to King 4.
yeah, okay. Now, I think it makes sense. Bird's playing the president. Drifting's voicing. Who are you voicing, Drifting? Oh, you were voicing the killer, weren't you? But the killer's gone.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so there's that.
The
One.
killer's still
I
kind of-
don't want to take night if you don't.
There you go.
Killer's still around.
Yeah, the killer's still around. Kay voices
We,
Kay.
we
Laura
need
voice.
someone who's not afraid to be French.
Laura.
Exactly. I'm very afraid to be French.
Laura voices is voicing oh, what's her name?
Tabby Lloyd.
Tabby Lloyd.
That'd be nice.
Lemming, of course, is doing Gumshoe because that's what he deserves to do.
Yes.
As he earned.
And that
You're
leaves
not process of eliminating
Through
this,
pro-
are you?
through process and of course I'm playing Edgeworth. So via process elimination, there's only one candidate missed.
If there's only one candidate, there's only one choice.
Yep.
Get on with
Swear
it,
to God.
miss.
I swear to God.
Now, don't feel like you have to emulate Divot. Do your own thing with Knight.
No, I know.
So
Yeah, but to quote Lemming,
I'm-
on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Also, if I wouldn't mind just checking.
I will do my best to be French, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you don't have to be French, but yeah. If someone might just check, making sure the levels are fine. But yes, let's go on with it.
Yeah, you don't have to make him French. You can make him Spanish instead.
How do you do Spanish? Like,
I have no idea. I'm not a voice actor.
For Spanish, I think if I remember correctly, you go, "My name is Antonio Banderas," repeatedly, and then
Yes,
I mean,
that's what Div does.
Like,
Yeah, with like the
I would
brief
say-
is like, my name is Antonio Banderas. My name is Antonio Banderas.
I mean,
And
I'll
you
just
give
do
it
my
like
name
a-
is Puss in Boots. My name is Puss in Boots. My name is Puss in Boots. God. Okay.
All right.
That's fine.
Hmm?
Go to your mind palace.
It's very warm in here.
I think that was actually my stream.
Don't walk into any of the pillars.
Yeah.
Or on any chandeliers. There might be a guy waiting to drop one on you.
For God's sake. I've told him so many times. I generally don't know how I want to do this. Sorry guys, this is.
No, it's
I'm getting a bit of.
it's
I'm
actually
just blocked here.
it's quite impressive to kind of see you kind of work through your mythology here. I'm thinking he's a tough guy. He carries a gun. He's got a broken neck.
Gun.
He's an arrogant and wants status.
He's an arrogant asshole with a gun.
Yes.
Yeah, that.
Which type?
So
People
clearly
with a gun?
we're wrong with French. American should be where we go.
No, because
Yes.
they
No.
already have guns.
No disrespect to the one American we have
That's
in
your
this
second time.
in this in this group.
I mean, David already took him that way because he had a very specifically American accent.
Also, just
As soon as I shot that balloon, I rushed over to help Rook escape the president back onto the plane.
yeah, just start somewhere and
Yeah.
just see where it goes. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, that's
Yeah.
good. I like that.
That's
See
how,
where he
that's
gets.
I like
how
the
I
whole kinda-
ended up finding my, shitty Michael Caine for Barnum. That's his name.
What potato
I'm
Barnum?
I'm going off
Yeah.
the whole kind of gunslinger because he's whipping around the pistol kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I like
that's
that.
like my mindset with this.
Yeah.
It's fine.
like
I
that.
left
Hell
Rook
yeah.
here in this room while I secured the president in the safe room.
As a Southerner, I am giving you my stamp of approval.
Nah.
I also realized
Muchly
I forgot
obliged,
to actually.
missus.
I actually forgot I was gonna convene with Laura about Southernisms because Happy as a Tornado in a Trailer Park was like, hold on, I don't think so.
Wait a
It's
minute.
very good, but it's like,
I mean, the tornado would be happy. The trailer park. on the
Yeah.
other hand, probably
No,
not.
it's
Yeah.
like, she's
rather
out
dark.
of line, but she's right.
Mighty fine, little lady. Mighty fine. I have learned the line. When I came back out, Rook was lying there on the ground. Mrs. Journalist must have shot Rook while we were escorting the president off stage. That single killer shot was fired by the gun you found in the trash can.
Doubt.
So you don't actually know when the victim was struck by the bullet, do you?
Then that doesn't protect the Rook, Edgeworth. He protects the king.
Don't all the
Uh-huh.
pieces in chess do that.
Mr. Edgeworth, you want to translate? Fuck's he talking about?
He means that his only concern was protecting the president.
Huh?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Lose the king and you lose the game. Isn't that the first rule of chess?
No, the first rule of chess is the pieces aren't edible.
Unless
They
it's
can be.
chocolate chess.
Fair point.
I think we even came up with that concept last time, didn't we?
Literally.
Okay. Okay. But a win in which a key but a win in which a key piece is sacrificed is a hollow victory indeed.
Doesn't matter. Still a victory. I kept the president safe. I win.
Well, it's a bit early to be calling our little match. In any case, for this is where our battle really begins.
Does it now?
A battle. Knight's Gambit.
No, 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 no.
All right, and if you're gonna do that, I'm just gonna.
Na 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 na.
Get it down with it.
Hold it! The victim really didn't take part in your little plan, then, did he?
Nope. And we kept him in the dark on the details.
So, he really thought the president was in danger? But wait, he must have noticed the shot came from right next to him.
Maybe he did. Guess we'll never know. And even if he did know it was a sham, he still had a job to do. Still had to protect his king.
And he was able to make a judgment just like that in a split second? Impressive. He really was as capable as they say.
Also, don't keep saying it like that. Fanfic writers need a lot less to already start something homoerotic about it.
Not wrong.
Oh my
there.
god! Listen, there's some serious homoeroticism going on with Knight, but it's crazy, and it's not, and we have not seen it yet. We've only just gotten started. Is what I'm trying to say.
Not so capable that I couldn't read him like a book. I made it so he had no choice but to go along with our little performance.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Hold it!
Huh.
Why do that? You and the president both knew the whole thing wasn't real.
But it had to seem real. It's called faking the opponent. There were people everywhere. It's not a good look, right? Imagine if someone had spotted a man who'd just been shot at, hanging in his plane, sipping grape juice like he didn't have a care in the world.
The grape juice again. This fucking franchise, I swear to God.
And what was the victim doing during all this time?
Who knows? It was in the safe room, like I said. Anyway.
Hold it! Where on the ground exactly?
Right where he is now, in the middle of the floor. The door to the outside was shut, though. Guess the bullet must have hit him right before it closed. And thanks to his little blunder, my whole plan fell apart.
Mr. Knight, mustn't go that way.
He may have kept you safe, Mr. President, but he ain't here now to save your good name. I'll call that dereliction of duty. What would you call it?
Yay. Probably.
An honorable try, which is more than what you would give, I'd say.
Sorry, but that's just how it is. No.
Yes, I know.
No.
Hold it!
Do-do-do-do.
Weren't you and Mr. Rook both carrying bulletproof attaché cases?
Yeah, opened them right after Rook spotted the laser sight. We moved into covering positions and used them to shield the president.
So, the bullet that hit Mr. Rook traveled through a gap in that defensive shield? Do you really believe Miss Lloyd to be that a skilled marksman?
No, she was aiming for the president. That makes her a lousy shot.
So, it's pure coincidence that Mr. Rook was hit. and the bullet simply happened to find its way past your attaché case and through the gap in his vest?
Seems crazy to me too, but the facts are the facts. It was a shot in a million, but the shooter hit the bullseye, and the proof right in your hands.
Hold it!
Sorry, what?
So the second shot had nothing to do with you?
Right. That one was fired by your little friend. Imagine the scoop she'd have bagged if that had hit the mark.
No, but I'm a journalist, you hear? I don't make facts. I report them.
Yeah, journalist who signed up to a fake assassination plan in hopes of getting a story.
That's not.
Look, I'll admit it. I set the whole thing up. And your role was to aim that laser pointer at the president. It's not my fault that that weren't enough for you. You were the one who decided to bring a gun to the party. Who knows? Maybe you thought if you kept on shooting, you could shut me up too.
So, Mr. Knight suggesting that he first fired one shot, and then Miss Lloyd fired one more.
Yeah, basically implying that Tabby also had a gun on her. Beats me where she would have gotten one from, but hey.
His entire testimony is pure conjecture. He can't prove any of it.
You're right. Let's hit him with some cold, hard, undeniable evidence.
Grip it and rip it,
Because we
baby.
So as I shot the balloon.
Was it though?
Yeah, we can disprove it because there were 2 shots fired from the gun.
Yeah. Objection! So, you contend that it was you who shot the balloon and Miss Lloyd who shot Mr. Rook. Are you sure about that?
Sure, I'm sure.
While what you propose would indeed match up with the total number of shots heard, the gun from the trash can itself has also been fired twice.
Not the what?
Now, why would the supposed number of shots heard from this gun differ from the number of spent rounds? It's simple. Because it was planted. Planted by the real perpetrator of the crime.
Somebody faked the evidence?
Yes. And if you think about it, the reason for doing so is obvious. To ensure that whoever found the gun would conclude that the shooter had been in the spectator area. In order to do that, they had to make it seem as if both shots had come from this one weapon.
Also, was perpetrator misspelled there, or am I going insane?
Open
You
the
can see
law.
the screen. You can see the thing in check. Bit further up.
Bit further up.
Perpetrator.
Perpetrator, yes.
No.
Perpetrator.
No.
No.
I don't know if they do patches, but to be fair, the Ace Attorney games have always had typos in them.
Well, yeah, but I just needed
Part of the
to
charm.
check that I was
Yeah.
not going insane.
Yeah, that's adhering to the tradition. Also, perpetrator
Yeah.
is a previous perpetrator.
Yeah.
It's adhering to tradition. Yes, admittedly, it was changed after the DS release, but I don't think I will ever forget. The miracle never happened.
Mm.
I'm not gonna elaborate because it's funnier if I don't. Anyway, yeah. I get it. That's why it's got 2 spent rounds, huh?
Precisely. As we have already proven, the bullet that burst the balloon came from a different weapon, which makes it entirely possible that the bullet which killed Mr. Rook didn't come from this gun either.
Nice work, Edgeworth. That's some high-grade sleuthing. But why don't you get the point? You come this far, spit it out.
Oh, I intend to, don't worry. The person who really shot Mr. Rook was...
The president.
Come on. Take that! Take that! You, Mr. Knight, you're the one who murdered Mr. Rook.
Cool. Finally got up that courage to say it, huh?
Surely not. Surely won't have.
It wasn't only the killer who tried to take advantage of this fake murder plot. You killed Mr. Rook, hoping that he would look like an accidental victim of the bungled assassination.
And don't call me Shirley.
With the president locked away in the safe room and the door of the airplane tightly closed, it was just you and Mr. Rook, alone, together.
Now kiss.
Yay!
And that was when the third bullet was fired, right into your colleague's body.
Objection. Wait, you're really gonna claim there's a third one now? You just said there was only 2 gunshots were heard. Wanna tell me how that works?
Objection! Airplane cabins are practically soundproof, Mr. Knight. If you close the door, nothing can be heard from the outside, not even gunfire.
That feels incorrect, but I don't know enough about airplanes to dispute it.
They are heavily sealed.
Okay.
They are heavily sealed, but every time I flew a plane, I could distinctly hear the engines, so it's not.
Yeah, but the
that-
engines are part of the
Not that
aircraft. The sound's coming through the actual airframe.
I guess.
Oh, maybe. I mean, also I can't prove or disprove how it works the other way around. Like any sound inside whether it can be heard on the outside.
Also, this is a presidential plane, so there might be extra reinforced by the fact it's a
Yes.
presidential plane.
Yeah.
So, you know, like,
That is one force one. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Air-
It's a 30,
Air
you win
Force
this
One.
round.
but not the war.
Exactly. Okay, we need
But
you.
wasn't the president right next door? Sorry, I had to have it muted for a little bit because my my Google Home was going off, being
I-
like, "Hey,
yeah.
it's noon."
It's fine.
You might have heard that earlier.
Yeah, I
Oh,
did.
Anyway. Oh, I missed the line. Shit. But wasn't the president right next door?
Very true. Which means he may have heard the shot himself. Well, Mr. President,
I didn't hear anything.
but you can observe this room through your security feed, can you not?
But the camera in this room isn't normally on. I can manually switch it on when I enter the safe room.
And that's what you did this time too, right?
Well, Senator Padme,
What's gotten into him? Mr. President, this is vitally important.
Well, I am.
Please, President Wong.
Fine. I was busy hiding under the bed, covering my ears.
What? Even though you knew the whole thing wasn't real.
Yes, because I hate the sound of guns.
Honestly, fair.
There's a slightest thing, that awful noise, and it's too much.
What is this music? I mean, it's cute, but what is this music?
Ah, that there's sadder than the pot of overcooked crawfish.
The music sounds like something you would come across in like a Nintendo 64 game, honestly.
Yeah, I think I can't remember what it's called. But
I
it's...
hate the sound of guns. I don't really like.
Mr. Knight, you saw that President Huang was cowering beneath the bed? And what's more, you knew from the monitor bank that the security camera for this room hadn't been switched on. Which means you knew that the circumstances were perfect for you to fire the third shot straight at Mr. Rook.
Knight, how could you? You really have betrayed my trust so horribly.
You think I killed the whole half-wit? You don't trust me much, huh? This is the things I get for putting my life on the line for you day after day?
I want to believe you, but...
I don't get it. I just don't get it. What is there to doubt here? What, you don't believe that the girl over there could have done it?
No, because this gun isn't the murder weapon. We know this from the number of bullets fired.
Yeah? Well, how do you know that there wasn't a spent bullet from the start?
What?
Someone could have fired a bullet from that gun yesterday, or the day before. Then today, another bullet. The bullet that hit Rook.
That's pure speculation, pal, and you know it.
Maybe. But can you prove it's not true?
I think you can with ballistics analysis. Can you?
Potentially.
Not with any certainty, no.
You're nothing without conclusive proof. So come on. A single piece of evidence, straight through my heart, I dare you. I double dare you.
I triple dog dare you.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Ugh.
Stand off, bitch.
There must be something, mustn't there, Mr. Edgeworth? If we can't prove it, Tabby's...
Please, Ruffles. I messed up. I know I did. I should have never have done what I did, not even for a scoop. But murder? No, that ain't me. Ain't a murderous bone in my body.
Conclusive proof. If only I could prove that Knight's gun is the murder weapon. Oh, wait. Perhaps I can.
If you at least had the bullet that burst the balloon, you might have a scrap of credibility. Imagine, you could have run forensics to see if it matched my gun.
If we had the bullets that killed Mr. Rook, forensics could tell us which gun it was fired from.
No proof, no case. End of conversation.
Objection! Hold it right there.
What now? You're not about to claim you do have proof.
Jesus Christ, don't start twirling that thing any faster. It might take off.
Of course I do.
That's how he plans to escape.
This ought to be good. Alright, bring it on. Show me this proof of yours.
The bullet that killed Mr. Rook is the key to ending our little game. Very well. My conclusive evidence is...
Not in my possession.
Not in my possession.
I don't have it in my pockets.
Not currently in my possession.
I have it in my other suit.
Alright then, well, thanks for playing, folks, but that's game over.
However, it is here in this room.
I'm sorry, what?
As we know, the bullet that killed Mr. Rook passed through his body. But where did it end its journey? Perhaps we should cast our minds back to an earlier conversation. After passing through his body, the bullet that took Mr. Rook's life then found itself lodged in the vest.
He's right. If the president hadn't been wearing that vest, things could have been a lot worse.
But now, of course, we know that the so-called assassination attempt was a complete fabrication. The vest was prepared in advance, made to look as if it had been hit by a bullet, which begs the question, where is the real bullet?
Good question.
Oh, I like it. A twist. This is good stuff, Edgeworth. Come on then, don't keep us in suspense.
Does any of the evidence point to where the bullet that killed Mr. Rook might have ended up? I got one.
You do?
Take that! There's something very clearly missing from this room.
Yeah, a prosecutor with some common sense.
Wow.
Oh,
Rude.
Take a look at the bank of security monitors. I see you've caught on, Mr. President. Splendid. There are screens here showing views from all around this airplane, inside and out. The only external angle not covered is the right-hand side of the aircraft. And that's because one of the monitors is missing. There was a monitor that there was a monitor in that space previously, wasn't there, Mr. President?
There was. I have no idea what my procedures were there.
It appears to be someone's vain attempt to hide what is obviously lacking. But where did it go, and why? The why is easy enough to answer, because it was struck by a bullet. For if we were to believe that the bullet in the vest was the real deal, then anything that hinted at the existence of another bullet had to be removed.
So, where did the missing monitor go?
Where indeed? I believe that it must be hidden somewhere on this plane. After all, there wouldn't have been time to dispose of it outside the aircraft. Detective Gumshoe, conduct a search if you would.
right away, sir.
Mr. President, extraterritoriality, remember?
I have no objection to this act. Please go ahead.
Also, welcome back, Bert.
Hello. My internet was shitty. I guess it's because it's on the airplane. The internet is always shitty. If anyone has discovered the truth behind what happened to Rook, I will not stand in the way.
What are you? I don't believe this. Rook this, Rook that. Don't you ever think about anybody else?
Those are shipping words, Knight. Be very careful what you say next.
The search has been authorized. Detective, if you wouldn't mind.
It'd be my pleasure, sir. Sir, I found the monitor.
Excellent work. Now go ahead and extract the bullet.
Let's see. If I put my hand in here and just come on. I just cut myself. Oh, I got it.
Well, would you look at that? Blood and not gumshoes.
That might be right, sir.
This is the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. There's no doubt about it, Kay. Get gumshoe medical attention.
Dang it.
Thank you.
Hang on.
Bloody bullet,
It's just a
Dave.
nick on my finger. It's fine.
I'm
But-
pretty sure he just contaminated the evidence, did he?
Don't worry about it. It's an Ace Attorney game.
Fuck.
Bloody
I forgot
bullet.
I was in an Ace Attorney game.
Bloody bullet or data jotted down in my organizer.
I knew
And-
there
If
was
only
a
they
bullet
didn't
in
find
there.
the bloody bullet.
And there you have it, Mr. Knight. The single piece of evidence you requested straight through your heart.
You did well
Even
with that name.
even you must now admit, if this bullet didn't come from the spectator area gun, then Miss Lloyd cannot be Mr. Rook's killer. What? No pithy comeback? Detective, have forensics analyze the bullet for
Striations.
striations and compare them to the gun we found.
God damn it,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Why do you have to be so fancy all the time?
We'll get the evidence you need. You can count on it.
What us
Oh,
trying?
crap.
I'm guessing they're like basically markings and such on the gun.
Yeah.
Fingerprints of a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bert beat me to it, but yes.
All right, let's hear what forensics has to say. Random forensics officer, someone take it.
Our findings are as follows, sir. Firstly, the blood on the bullet is indeed that of the victim.
Proving that it was the bullet that killed Mr. Rook.
Secondly, we found Mr. Knight's fingerprints on the gun.
Probably from when I handed all the evidence over to him. Now for the key part, the striations. If they're not a match, then Miss Lloyd is in the clear.
Lastly, the striations on the bullet are a match with this weapon.
What? But how could they be?
No way!
Oh, come on!
There's no doubt about it, sir. This is the gun that fired the bullet.
How?
Checkmate. Well, isn't that something? Conclusive proof that I was right.
Stop that.
What's the matter? You didn't think you had me backed into a corner, did you?
The president's gut sticking up from his
Top belly.
Well, I guess you just misread the board. Because the only one backed into a corner here is you. There's only one Joker in this deck, and it's definitely you, Edgeworth.
Knight's counter.
That's not a chess joke.
There's no denying it. Forensics proved the gun and the bullet are a match. The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the spectators area. So who pulled the trigger? It can't have been me. I was up on the stage. Which just leaves your little friend. The hack killed Rook. She's the murderer. You just proved it.
Also, this argument theme song is a bop. It's really good.
Yeah. Final move, Edgeworth. But just remember two things. One, where you found that gun. And two, which gun the fatal bullet came out from. Whichever way you look at it, I can't have been the shooter.
Yeah. How did it come to this?
Me and the president, we admitted to faking the assassination attempt. Now it's your turn to admit something. Who the killer really is.
There's no way Tabby did it. Is there?
Don't let him get to you, Kay. We just need to go over his statements again. There must be something further we can deduce from them.
Okay, let's do this, Mr. Edgeworth.
Time to show this pretty boy who's the real defendant around here.
Weapons drawn?
Who's the...
Your move.
High noon.
It's high
You said
noon.
who's the real... You said pretty boy, and I was like, I thought you were going to end that with who's the real pretty boy prosecutor around here. Another thing.
Sure.
I thought you were going to say who's the real hedgehog around here.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Let's start pressing. Hold it. No, that's...
Objection. What? Was it you said? That forensics would back you up?
Ugh.
How does it feel to be shot in the chest by your own inclusive proof, huh? Not so good, I imagine.
The bullet and the gun are a match, Mr. Edgeworth. That kind of has to mean that Tabby pulled the trigger, no?
Even so, I simply cannot accept that.
But say there are no denying the evidence.
Lemming was BRB.
I found
Yeah.
it. There isn't. So what am I missing? If I assume Miss Lloyd to be innocent, then the gun and the bullet shouldn't be a match. What is it, Kay?
I was just thinking, if the evidence points to something that doesn't seem possible, then maybe there's something wrong with it.
You're asking me to call the evidence into question.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But there's no way Tabby did this, right? And so if the evidence says that she did, then the problem must lie there. Turn your thinking around, a phrase that I have never heard, but I'm going to start saying anyway.
You seem very sure about this.
Call it my great thief's intuition. I also just
Sure,
met this
Kay.
somebody on the Steel Samurai fan forums. I think you'd like her.
Intuition, huh? Still, she could be right. I simply
Her
don't
name is
believe.
Wendy and she's very nice.
I simply don't believe Miss Lloyd to be a malicious liar, which means, as someone who believes that evidence is everything in court, the irony is not lost on me. But if I were to call a piece of evidence into question, it would have to be the gun.
Yeah, the gun. I think, wild theory, but I think the guns have been swapped around considering everyone here has the same model. Who says the gun that was actually shot to Rook was ever in Tabby's hands.
The gun. We have to question the gun.
If something untoward is going on here, it would have to involve the weapon, not the bullet. After all, we only just recovered the bullet a little while ago. Furthermore, we know that Miss Knight had an opportunity to handle the gun.
Now hand over the evidence you have gathered and remove yourselves from this plane of existence.
I'd do if he says if I were you, Edgeworth.
This can't really be the end of the line, can it?
Oh my gosh, he switched the guns.
Indeed, he had ample opportunity. There's no doubt that this gun is the weapon that was used in the crime. Which means it must belong to...
Right.
Right?
The gun belongs to Mr. Knight. He switched them around. That has to be it.
Batman. Same brain cell.
Apparently I'm
Objection!
pulling all of the Knight jokes tonight.
Admit it. You switched the guns, didn't you, Mr. Knight? That's why the markings matched the weapon in question. It was yours all along.
An intriguing move there, Mr. Wedgeworth. And
You must have made the switch when I handed over the evidence, while I was busy trying to make the case for remaining on the investigation. You took the laser sight from the gun we found in the trash can and put it on your own.
Is
Then,
that easy to do? Adding a laser sight to a gun?
Irving,
Yeah,
Okay.
not so much
You
with
can do it with
revolvers,
duct
but
tape.
on revolvers like
theory.
this, well, yeah, you can with duct tape. It would just be heavily inaccurate. But on revolvers like this, they're the same model. They're coming from the same agency, so I'm assuming they'll have the little drill holes required to screw it in the same spot. So removing and replacing the laser sight is just a case of undoing a couple of screws, swapping them over, and rescrewing the screws. He probably has a multi-tool somewhere.
plus also with him being such a gun nut, you probably know exactly where the mounting point is.
Yeah.
Probably.
Also, this is an ace attorney game. The suspension of disbelief is very high.
Look, my suspension of disbelief needs some help sometimes, okay?
That's
Then,
fair.
then, not long afterwards, you handed that gun back to me instead of the one we found.
I did, huh? You think I
Please just
somehow
admit it.
knew you'd find, let alone run forensics on the bullet at some time in the future?
Yes.
Is that so strange? You're a chess player, after all. A man well used to thinking several moves ahead.
Stop that.
No.
And also by twirling and swirling the gun, he's cleaning off any of Tabby's fingerprints and replacing with his own.
I'm flattered, but as much as it pains me to admit it, you're overestimating my abilities. Besides, do you even have any proof that I made the switch?
Arguably, your fingerprint should be everywhere, but
Knight's Counter Part 2.
The gun is the same model as mine. Weird, sure, but that's just a coincidence. And look, there's a lady's side attached. Also, take a look in the cylinder. 2 bullets spent. Just what we'd expect to see. So what proof do you have that I switched the original gun out for mine, huh? None. That's why.
didn't he also fire a shot?
You say I'm overestimating your abilities. You surprise me.
What can I say? Modest guy. More modest than you, that's for sure. Everywhere except the chessboard, that is.
Well, I don't see a chessboard here, do you?
Shame. Still. Guess that gives you a nice excuse. I didn't mess up. I just didn't have the right evidence.
Hello, Cartman.
I don't think I'll be the one making excuses. Rather, I didn't mess up. They just got lucky with the evidence, will be your excuse, I'd imagine. Damn Yanks. That was in character.
I know, that's what makes it funny. But yeah, didn't he also fire a shot? Shouldn't that be the resolve then? Have him open the gun. Like, I think that's it, because he shot the balloon and then shot Rook, so that makes 2. If Tabby says she didn't shoot anything, then that gun should be full of bullets.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
There's a spent. 2 spent cartridges.
Yeah.
That proves it. This must be the weapon that was used.
I'm wondering whether the Steel Samurai is not the evidence here, because he should have 1 bullet fired,
In his gun,
and
yeah.
he'll have none.
But then he did fire on Rook. Let's start pressing. Hold it! A coincidence, you say?
Or was it necessity?
It can't be both, pal.
Sure it can. We bodyguards need to protect the president. And the girl needed to use a gun, but probably she doesn't know about the whole lot about him. Yeah, I said words, what of it? It's not so far-fetched for her to pick up something she's heard and that we also happen to use.
What the fuck kind of excuse is that, Knight?
Okay, but why a revolver? Why is that your go-to gun?
It's probably something to do with its ease of use. No spent casings to chase down, for example.
Exactly. It's the perfect tool for a job where you can't afford to fail.
It also
And you
doesn't jam.
don't know what you're doing.
True.
Still, coincidence, necessity, doesn't make a whole lot of difference either way.
That's a good question. Is mechanically, how can a gun jam?
It's got a lot to do with how the bullets feed from the magazine to the actual chamber. There's got to be a mechanical process in which the previous bullet is extracted and the new bullet is pushed in. If anything goes wrong during that process, such as a weak spring in the magazine itself or not enough blowback on the action, so say for example the bolt has to go a certain distance back to pull out the old cartridge and push the new one in. If it doesn't go all the way back, the old cartridge will only be pulled out part way, and when it pushes forward, causes a jam.
Well, because the one I always think of is in Metal Gear Solid 3, the Makarov that Ocelot uses, where it jams because the extracting bullet gets caught in the extraction chamber.
Yeah, because he was firing it at a weird angle and probably limp wristing it, so it didn't have the full force of the blowback when it was fired, so the spent casing jammed and he couldn't fire it.
Ah. All right.
Yeah, it's called a stovepipe.
Oh.
You read the line, didn't you? You missed.
Yep.
Which is why revolvers are notoriously simple for new users.
Hold it. Because you swapped it on there.
Put up a shut up, Edgeworth. Where's your evidence?
In your
I-
hands.
Well, that is...
Don't go making accusations you can't back up.
I wonder
Or
what
did your
his...
daddy never teach you that?
I wonder what this gesturing
Edgar,
with his
that's not my
hand there is
baby.
supposed to mean.
That's right, I used your daddy. What you gonna do about it, boy? As it stands, the facts are in my favor here.
Oh, you're dead now, you son of a bitch. Hold it.
Only Wright can say daddy in my presence.
I've been meaning to ask, actually. What about your own weapon? How many spent bullets are in its cylinder?
This old girl here? Well, now.
Just fucking open it.
I let loose a few rounds earlier, as you saw.
He reloads his gun every time he fires it.
I was going to
Sounds-
say,
Sounds
But
ineffective,
even if I
okay.
were to tell you how many there were at the time, you'd have no way of verifying that.
Of course. In order to swap the guns properly, you have to maintain the right number of bullets per gun. He didn't have a chance to put on any gloves, though, which means...
Alright. I think it's about time you did the right thing and resigned, don't you? Game's all but done, see?
Check the bullets for prints, right?
Check the gun. Objection! I have your proof right here.
That's your proof? I think you've been working too hard, Edgeworth.
Not the gun itself, the evidence it carries. Evidence that will prove once and for all that it does in fact belong to you.
I'm looking forward to this. Go ahead. Make your move. What's about to come into play? The rook? The bishop? Surely not a pawn.
The evidence the gun will provide takes its form of fingerprints. Fingerprints. Namely, your fingerprints, Mr. Knight.
Objection. My prints? Bah. Of course my fingerprints are on the gun. You handed it right to me when you gave up the evidence. How could they not be there?
Objection! What if I told you there are prints on a part of the gun that you shouldn't have touched at any point?
I'm sorry, what? Wait, you can't prove that.
He's going
Oh.
to shoot himself in the face at some point.
Oh, but I can.
I wish.
There is a place where your fingerprints could never have been left if things happened as you say. Allow me to present the final piece of evidence that will bring our game to its rightful conclusion.
Yeah, the casings.
Here, look closely at the cylinder, detective.
Two bullets fired. But where are the prints we're looking for, sir?
You did indeed switch the guns when I handed the evidence to you. But if that were all you had done, your deception would have been easily detected, because the number of bullets fired by each gun was different.
There were two spent bullets in the gun we found.
Yeah, but what about Mr. Knight's gun?
We know that he fired 2 bullets from the stage into the balloon. And he fired another bullet into Mr. Rook, ending his life. So 3 bullets in total, plus the few odd ones he'd let loose in shock during our little game. Call them premature shooter actions. And after each shot, he reloaded his gun out of habit. With his bare hands, of course.
No. What about you making silly jokes like that?
Officer, where exactly were Mr. Knight's fingerprints found? The ones you mentioned in your report?
Sir, they were found on the exterior of the weapon, but also on the bullets themselves.
I'm not sure they could have gotten there just from me handing you the evidence, Mr. Knight.
That's...
And there we have it. Proof that you did indeed switch guns. This gun, the one which fired the bullet that killed Mr. Rook, is yours. And in taking his life, you are the true assassin.
I didn't...
Checkmate. Daddy taught me chess.
No!
What the hell did you just... Huh.
He opened the locker.
Apparently.
Yeah, one of the overhead bins opened and just clobbered him.
Everything but the kitchen sink.
I was gonna be the new chief of security. The blasted Rook. If it hadn't been for him, I would have been charged by now. I would have been in control of the whole team. My plan was perfect. The faked assassination attempt was supposed to be flawless.
Detective Gumshoe?
Right away, sir. Come here!
Curse you, Edgeworth! Our game isn't over yet.
I'm afraid this is as far as we go for today. The next moves we will play will be in the courtroom.
But it's not fair! It's not fair!
Come with me! Checkmate!
March 25th, 5:12 p.m. Gourd Lake, Lakeside Stage.
Mr. Edgeworth, I owe you a debt of gratitude. You exposed a murderer within the ranks of my own personal guard. I will not soon forget that. It should appear in the Telltale Games font on the top.
He's suddenly very presidential again, now that we're back outside the plane.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I saw it, you know, when I first proposed a fake assassination to him.
You want me to handle it? Not Rook?
Rook refused, but I can rely on you, can't I?
Of course, sir. You can count on me. I'll put together a plan that can't possibly fail. And he'll play his part like the pawn he is.
The hatred in his eyes was plain to see. He despised poor Rook. I was not entirely comfortable about moving forward with Knight in charge of a little deception. And looking back, I think he sensed my discomfort. I can't help thinking I played a part in his decision to end Rook's life.
Mr. President, none of this would have happened if you hadn't plotted to fake an attempt on your life. That was your crime, and it is a crime you will have to live with.
Talk to the hand. But you were right.
Rude.
I can only apologize for the part I played. And I will no doubt be made to pay for my actions in one way or another. But I thank you nonetheless. You solved the riddle of Rook's demise, and for that I shall be eternally grateful. I'll be here in the country for a little while longer yet. But when I have returned home, perhaps you will visit us in Shangfa. You'll always be welcome.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you! Oh, you don't know how grateful I am!
All's well that ends well.
Miss Lloyd, the accusation of murder made against you was, of course, entirely groundless. But the fact remains that you were a willing participant in the staged assassination attempt. The police will no doubt wish to speak to you about the matter. You should be aware that you may well be punished for your actions.
I know. And I am awful sorry about everything. Truly I am.
I understand your desire for a scoop, but there are limits.
There sure are. I got me some serious thinking to do.
You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. That was something else. Local prosecutor solves assassination conundrum. Earns eternal gratitude of president. How's that for a headline?
Hey! There's my department. Mr. Prosecutor, how's it feel to solve such an important case? You must be over the moon.
She certainly didn't stay down for long.
Jumped around happier than a pig in a mud farm.
No comment.
Ted, you're one tight-lipped son of a gun.
As well I should be. This case is not over yet.
Isn't it? How come, sir?
Because until we unravel the story behind this, the case will never completely be over. Ooh. I'm guessing it's the killer's involvement?
I guess. I don't know what else it could be.
Yeah.
Take that.
Killer's calling card.
Mr. The Killer has yet to complete his assignment.
You mean he still might try to murder the president?
What?
I hope I'm wrong. But if I'm not, this could all blow up into something more sinister yet.
Hey, the
Probably.
plane's meant to be soundproof. How'd you hear that?
Well, I guess that's your question answered.
As one would expect with the attempted assassination of a president, the case was all over the news. And my preparations for Mr. Knight's trial were constantly interrupted by requests from the press. There wasn't a person in the land who didn't know about the case. Everybody was talking about it. But in the midst of the frenzy that followed, nobody noticed that this was only the first move in a game far bigger than any of us could have imagined. Hey.
And I guess we never get the trial.
No. Although it would be interesting, wouldn't it? Well, to be fair, that wouldn't be very interesting because it's like, case closed, you killed him. You know, it's like...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, true.
It's just a good point, though. So yeah, that was Turnabout Trigger, and we move on next to the captive Turnabout after the break.
Whee!
I thought it was a good
It's a
time.
break already.
Yeah, it's we go for an hour and 50 minutes, so we'll be right back, and we'll see you very shortly, everyone.
Damn, time flies.
We'll need to examine the scene of the crime carefully if we want to get to the bottom of this.
Considering the parrot is also in jail.
Begin investigation.
There's a workshop. Okay, let's
So-
have... Yes.
So it is still the dark age of the law if they're prosecuting animals.
Yeah, probably.
Oh dear.
Bronco Knight, killed the day before his court date.
Oof.
We'd better take a closer look.
A day before his retirement.
The body is partially covered by a dirt-stained tarp.
And there's a rope on top of it.
Was Knight tied up with the rope somehow? Rope data jotted down in my organizer. We should take a look under the sheet as well.
Look at all that red stuff.
Why are we calling it red stuff?
Yes, I'd say that's blood.
That's better.
Bloody tarp features a colourful design and stained with what I believe to be the victim's blood.
We should keep looking around. There's bound to be more secrets to uncover, I'm sure of it.
Anyway, the guy looked
mean-
like he got mangled.
I mean, there's a weirdly a washing up glove next
Yeah.
to his bloody body.
Covered with some sort
Oil.
of machine oil.
Yeah.
There's also a chessboard near him, and there seems to be something in his hand that looks to be like,
I think it's a ring.
bolt?
I think it's a ring, yeah.
But it looks like a bolt. It doesn't look like it's connected to actually any of his fingers, like a ring.
Yeah.
Ugh, his neck brace is soaked with the blood from that hole in his neck.
I would assume that's the cause of death, and that it was probably instantaneous. He wouldn't have even had the chance to cry out for help. There's a small cut on his scalp, too. Was he struck with something?
Maybe he fell and hit his head after he was stabbed in the throat.
It's possible, but it's too early to say with any certainty. Okay, you have your camera with you, correct? Could you lend... Yes?
Yeah? Go ahead.
Could you lend to the detective so that he can photograph the body?
Also, detective, how can you eat in front of a dead body?
You see a lot of them.
Sure thing. All yours, Gummy.
Thanks. All right, here we go. Oh,
Gum-
going the wrong way around.
Gumshoe, if you photo over her holiday pictures, I swear to God.
It's a film camera, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right, well.
His clothes sure are a mess, though, huh?
Indeed.
Damn. Three-piece tuxedo.
They appear to be covered in dirt. Miss Knight's body data jotted down in my organizer.
Guess he's like me when it comes to laundry.
It would be a grave error to think that anybody else could be quite like you, Detective. Zing.
Ooby-doo.
Not really a
I wanna
zing
be
if it
like
goes over the guy's head.
Ooby-doo. I want to be like Gumshoe.
I like that.
Yeah, me too. I don't even own a suit.
Also, wasn't it in one of the previous cases that Gumshoe is never washing his trench coat?
Yeah.
And then it was a completely different color originally.
Yeah.
A rubber glove.
Yep. Just the one, though.
I should examine it in more detail.
A question, why is only one of his sleeves uncuffed while the other is cuffed?
There's mud all over it.
Maybe the prisoners were making mud pies?
That don't look like mud to me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Wish I could have joined them. I love making mud pies.
Okay, please.
Not anywhere near my crime scene, you're not.
There's blood on the fingers.
Ooh.
Oh, there's blood on the whole back.
The fingers are covered in blood on this side.
And it says Maya on the glove.
I think we can safely assume this glove was dropped sometime after Knight's blood had been spilt.
What is it?
Use only.
Single use only?
Probably, yeah, single use only, probably, yeah.
We can? How come?
Because had it been on the floor when the pool of blood was forming, the blood would have flowed around it, but not underneath it.
Oh, meaning there'd only be a band of blood around the edges of the fingers and not all over the backside.
Assuming the glove was discarded after the blood had pooled around the body,
Maybe our murderer ditched it after they did the deed.
it's certainly a possibility. At the very least, whoever it was that dropped it must have seen the body. You there!
Yes, sir.
Have you seen that glove before?
Yes, sir. The prisoners wear them for work, sir. It's strange, though. Prisoners issued with those gloves are under strict orders to keep them in their cells. They aren't allowed to take them without permission, and we always check, sir.
I suppose that would explain why there aren't any other gloves in the workshop.
Also, why is Francisca's whip there?
Rubber glove, data, jotted down in my organizer. Where's the whip? Ah, well, we'll get to that in a bit. There's something on his finger.
Let's take a closer look, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a ring, and an expensive looking one at that.
Don't even think about it, Kay.
It looks more like a nut, actually.
It does.
What? I didn't say anything.
No, but I
Yes.
can hear you thinking it.
We're stopping you from saying it.
Huh? Is that?
Oh, I've seen one of these in your office, Mr. Edgeworth.
Like a traveling chess. Traveling pocket. There you go.
Yeah, there is. I'm sure you have, Detective. It's a pocket chess set. The victims, I'd imagine.
Makes sense. He loved chess after all. It was like kind of his whole thing.
Yeah, it would have been a good way to pass the time.
Yeah, play
His
chess with
parents
yourself.
must have loved chess too, otherwise they wouldn't have called him broke.
I hope they play chess in the afterlife.
Pocket chess set data jotted down in my organizer.
So does it do it? Does he do it? Did he do it with himself, like in Gerald's game?
Yeah,
Yep. Plays
that's
chess
a
with
reference.
himself.
That's a reference, if and a half.
Deep cuts.
There, right behind Edgeworth.
Oh, yes, I see.
Yeah!
Say the line, Kay.
Time to inspect every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Yeah!
Indeed. This area is too big to take in all at once. Fortunately, I can use the right stick to look further up or down. Or blur, if you prefer.
Thank you.
I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
I must protest.
Hmm?
That was the perfect opportunity to say search every hook and cranny.
Ah!
That's a terrible dad joke, and you should know it.
I know, which is why they should have done it.
Looks like a pulley of some kind.
Maybe the prisoners use it for work?
What the hell kind of work are they doing in there?
I suppose so, yes.
This whole place looks like Francisca's sex dungeon. I think we should leave it alone.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
Okay.
Shut.
Okay, I know you're going to say no, but
Absolutely not, Kay. You are not permitted to swing on that rope in any lifetime.
I didn't even know what she was going to do, and I was like, no.
I knew it.
Oh, I should have known you were being serious.
Of course.
Oh,
She's always serious. That's the problem.
weird having something like this in a prison, huh? A cage inside a cage.
Don't kink shame, Kay.
Technically, Kay, a prison isn't made up of cages, but cells.
Same thing.
What's the difference? No offense, Mr. Edgeworth, but you gotta look at the basic nature of things once more.
Yes, and the basic nature of investigation is that the pursuit of accurate facts and information.
Sure, Edgeworth.
It's a step cage, surely.
Yeah.
Poppycocking everything.
There was a rope near Knight's body, too.
Speaking of which, want to see my super stealthy?
Rope escape
No.
trick? Thanks, but I'll let you know when I'm in need of saving.
Okay.
She seems genuinely disappointed.
I'll let you know when a guy in a top hat with a comically pointy mustache ties me to the train tracks.
These tarps are rather colourful. Colourful tarps that seem out of place in a room like this. I wonder what they're used for.
Mm-hmm.
They stand out in a room like this, don't they?
They certainly don't look like they belong in a prison.
Look, there's a whip on top of them. You know who that reminds me of, right? Hey, maybe it's actually hers. Maybe she left it here?
Not a chance. She and her whip are attached at the wrist. Trust me.
Trust me.
He knows about the whip.
Look, it's her emotional support whip. Leave her alone.
This part of the floor is covered with dirt.
You know what that means, sir? Footprints.
Too many footprints, unfortunately. We'll need a
Including yours,
specialist.
sir.
We'll need a specialist to identify them.
Guess we just gotta wait till forensics gets here.
Yes. And in the meantime, if you could refrain from treading all over it.
Says you.
Says the guy standing on it. Wouldn't want to slip up and get the old jacket dirty, huh? Good point, Mr. Edgeworth. Thanks.
What do you mean? What do you mean get it dirty?
My,
Boy, get it dirtier.
my concern was for the footprints, not your jacket, detective.
I love this game. These characters are so dumb.
These seem to be lists of prisoner reservations for the workshop.
What are all these numbers, Mr. Edgeworth?
Prisoner numbers, I'd imagine.
I'd hate to be given a number like that.
I rather agree. People are meant to have names.
I'd much rather be called Great Thief or the Second Yatagarasu.
How's that fit in your driver's license, Kay?
All right, no name for you then, I guess.
Half of the inmates here would want to be called Great Thief.
Probably.
Crazy?
No,
I'm
only
crazy
murder is a
one.
crime. Sorry.
Alright.
Oh, what's with all the weird equipment? I just it's because I interrupted somebody. I was like letting.
It's
Anyway,
all right.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm not sure, but I don't see anything particularly suspicious here.
Smells weird though. Kind of musky, like wet fur.
I didn't know you had such a keen nose.
Oh, it's nothing special really, except when it comes to sniffing out treasure.
Oh, I get it now. They're doing like grooming for animals. That's what all this stuff is about.
Yeah.
Because
Remind.
those are very clearly like dog groomers equipment.
Yeah, true.
Remind me to seal all my valuables away in airtight containers.
Now that you're saying it, I'm looking at that bathtub at the back, and it's absolutely for dog grooming.
Yeah.
No way, Mr. Edgeworth. I'd never steal any of your stuff.
Lies.
But you would happily steal someone else's. I'm not sure that's entirely reassuring.
Do you think that Missile was a client here at some point?
No, I'm right here.
Would he be kept in the cage, I guess?
Missile, not missile.
Yeah.
Missile.
Missile, like the thing you shoot.
I know.
Mr. Edgeworth, why am I standing all the way over here?
Because reasons.
I can keep an eye on
Okay.
you.
It's a sink.
It doesn't seem to contain any useful clues.
Nope, no whiff of treasure either.
Let that sink in.
You do know we're not actually looking for treasure, right?
Also, it would be hard to find treasure in a prison.
Is it time to? It seems like. Might be time to
Out
piece
of
some things together
curiosity,
if you can,
how
yeah.
does treasure smell like?
Maybe the real treasure is the friends we found along the way.
Hey.
Hey.
Also, this place seems like
Hmm?
they groom all kinds of animals, including exotic and dangerous ones like lions.
Possibly.
Maybe they're grooming circus animals there.
Logic.
These tarps have a pretty distinctive design. In fact,
Very circusy.
it's the same design as the bloody tarp around Mr. Knight's body. Oh, that's my
You
life.
took the words. You took the words out of somebody else's mouth.
I did. Go on.
It's the same design as the bloody tarp around Mr. Knight's body.
Yes, yes. I took the words right out of your mouth.
That'll teach you to be so careless, Mr. Edgeworth.
The jokes are writing themselves, ladies and gentlemen.
You gotta keep your treasures close when there's a great thief around.
And a great prosecutor, it seems. I thought you were on sabbatical anyway.
Don't worry about it, Edgeworth.
Bloody tarp data jotted down in my organizer. Ah, what a bad bit of evidence gathering.
Nobody can stop us when we're on the hunt together, right, Gummy?
You betcha! We're unstoppable. The regular Three Musketeers.
Let's not get carried away, Detective. There's one thing we still haven't found.
Huh? What do you mean, sir?
The murder weapon.
What's missing from this crime scene? Obviously,
Like I said, the
the
murder
murder weapon.
Thanks, game.
I see no sign of a murder weapon anywhere.
You're right. I didn't even think of that.
Come now, Detective. These are basic investigative principles we're talking about here.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry, sir.
Don't worry, Gummy. It hadn't crossed my mind either.
Wasn't
Yeah,
it feels
really
like your
got
job,
my itch.
Kenny? Yeah.
A fact that hardly puts my mind at ease, Kay.
Edgeworth, just deal with the fact that you're in control of the singular brain cell in this room, okay?
Items that could prove even potentially lethal are strictly controlled within a prison. After all, we wouldn't want the inmates getting their hands on them, would we? Which means acquiring a murder weapon would be hard enough, let alone leaving the scene with one.
Oh yeah, nice thinking, Mr. Edgeworth.
I actually do agree there's one brain cell in this room, but it belongs to that police officer.
What was the murder weapon, and where has it gone? The answers to these questions may be the keys to figuring out what happened here. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Who dis?
I don't know.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a voice, and when we meet the character, we'll actually
We'll figure out who the hell this is.
didn't know they had a whole entourage.
Oh!
Oh, it's yes.
Oh, heck no.
Marshall!
Who's
Let
normally
me drop
this
him in
guy?
the thing.
Is that Jake Marshall?
No. Nick
Nick
Marshall is a Rise from the Ashes exclusive, unfortunately. Burr, you are never seeing him again, as far as I'm aware. Except in the air.
Stop it, you're upsetting him.
Sorry.
But there
Oh,
may
you're
be a
upset.
fan game that has him in it.
Do not upset
Yes.
my burr.
Woo!
There's definitely a fan game. Like,
Oh yes.
y'all know there's some fan game. Anyway, okay,
The-
let me find it. I'm just finding the
This
like.
is a pretty
casting
major
for it.
character for the game.
Yes, he is quite major. There he is. I still have him saved under his previous title. I'm just gonna quick convert him to a PNG instead.
We're gonna give the name because one of the stupid things where they don't give you the name,
Yeah,
even though
his name is. Well, we can actually call him by his former name first, as to leave the reveal.
That
his
is
name
true.
Is Raymond Shields.
yes.
Was formerly the artist formerly known as Raymond Shields, because now he has a new name.
Yeah. Character who, if I wasn't voicing Edgeworth, I would be voicing.
Yeah. They're
It's
recorded,
Chillinculi at Edgeworth.
Welsh Raymond, yeah. As an idea, which I think is fun, because he's specifically supposed to be, like multicultural. That's like a recurring bit of like he's been traveling in Europe and all around the world.
Explains
Europe,
the
by Europe, of
excuse
course,
of
would just
moi.
mean Germany. But yeah.
No. Apparently France is also there because otherwise we wouldn't have the excuse moi.
True.
So, who wants to voice, quote, Raymond Shields? Unquote.
Yeah.
I think it's a
I
pretty big
wouldn't
role.
mind taking him.
What you
was
saying?
that?
I wouldn't mind taking him.
Anyone
I
else?
think,
Yeah,
I
unless
think
I
Burr
don't fit.
deserves him.
Oh, okay.
I think one, due to the size of the role, and like Burr's not often in super huge roles, but also because he's a very like nice
Positive
chill
guy.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he has a sprite where he's kind of like asking for hugs. It's great.
Aw,
Cute.
All right then.
Yeah.
If Burr wants to take it, Burr can have it.
thank you.
Of course.
Excusez-moi, but this is the scene of the crime, right?
You're.
Oh, wait a second, are you? No way! Those piercing eyes, that furrowed brow.
Mr. Fender. It has been far too long.
I know, right? But even after all this time, I know that deep bow anywhere, and that neckwear, obviously. Manfred von Karma, the man, the legend. I gotta say, I didn't expect to see you here.
I love this genuinely so fucking much because it's like it's like we did say, yes, Eddie Fender's a nice guy, but he's also rightly so a bit of a jackass in his first moment.
I love him already. We've had him for less than 5 minutes and I love him.
Yeah.
Manfred von Karma, boy, you do look young.
Go for it, Lemmy.
What are you talking about, pal? This is Mr. Edgeworth, not that old geezer.
Detective, please.
Edgeworth? Wow, yes, that explains the fresh face. Can't blame the guy for mixing you two up, though. You're the spitting image of the old devil in this day.
I see you haven't changed. How many years has it been?
And good question. But who's counting, eh? Been away traveling for so long I lost track. You know how it is. You know what I do remember? You betraying everything you were supposed to stand for.
Oh, I got chills. Ah. Whoa! Where did you come from? And who are you, anyway?
This is Eddie Fender. He's a defense attorney.
God. Enchanté, as they say. Fender's the name and defending's the game. I'm a bit of an ace attorney. Roll credits.
Yep, what, you too?
Detective Dick Gumshoe.
And I'm Kay Faraday, great thief! I'm on sabbatical at the moment, though. Please don't arrest me.
Yes, you are.
A great thief. Wow, that's so romantic. Très chic, if you will.
Why are you French?
He's not French.
Because he's been in Europe.
He's been in Europe.
Yeah,
It's the same way Athena
everyone-
Sykes is.
Everyone knows Europe only consists of France and Britain.
And Germany.
And
apparently.
Germany.
And Italy.
And Spain and oh
Oh,
fuck.
there's no
But
Spain.
I really do like in the fan translation they didn't really lean into this, and I do like how it very much sort of parallels how Athena talks, you know? Because Athena's
Yeah,
always saying shit like this.
yeah.
I say that with affection, but
I would have liked.
also it's kind of a little obnoxious.
I would have preferred it if they went the Del Boy route, of just having fucking it up all the time.
I mean,
And I would, and I would have loved for Raymond Shields and Athena Sykes to meet.
yes, yeah. I actually had an AU where like it's his law office that she ends up working for, and Kay's part of it as well. Anyway,
just also a reminder to the audience: the character's name in the translation, the fan translation, was Ray Shields. His new official name
is
is
Raymond. Nope.
Eddie
Fender.
Eddie Fender. Eddie Fender.
I'm
Because
just so used to saying
he's
that, say it the other way.
he's a defender. Get it?
Yeah.
Waka waka.
Oh, where is it? Hang on. Give me a second. There we go.
Goodness. Right? It's nice to meet
I want-
someone who gets it.
I thought this joke actually deserves a.
Yeah, I do think it is one of my least favorite of the new names.
It's fine.
It's not nearly as bad as how they massacred Drifting's boy, but that's mainly because Drifting.
Yeah, but
I am upset. Leave me alone.
but actually does.
No.
You're valid,
Sorry,
Drifting.
go ahead.
I love you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ben.
Valid. Yeah. And your feelings are valid. And also, does Ray Shields actually fit? Or did they do it only because it's funny?
Raymond Shields. It was the name previously, and it's Shield being defense, and Ray I think evokes his Japanese name of like light or something. Like and which plays with Ray of Light theming, which is also present in Ghost Trick. Fun fact: play Ghost Trick. But
We will.
yeah,
We'll get to Ghost Trick eventually.
Ghost Trick, my beloved.
Yes.
So I found on the Steam the Steam Point store options and literally just bought all of them. I don't even own it on Steam, but like they're so good. Best doggo. Sorry.
Yeah, top Pomeranian.
I can be normal about Shuchikumi's works. Come closer.
That sounds like a threat coming from you.
It's like those images that are like, I am a normal franchise, I promise, or whatever. You know.
It is like this TikTok guy. Come closer.
So you mentioned Ghost Trick. I just can't but think of Miss Camille, and Laura's like, "Well, tell her that you did it,
Yeah.
Miss."
Miss Camilla.
Yeah, love it.
God.
Yes.
Anyway, you read the line again, please, Kate.
Right? It's nice to meet someone who finally gets it. I'm looking to expand the franchise, actually. I even made signing up super simple.
Sounds awesome. I'd love to hang with you guys, but if you'll have me.
Sorry, I should have also mentioned that it's girls only, and they have to be super fun and super cool, and around my age and into the Steel Samurai.
So basically, you need Maya.
Literally, my headcanon for how the Yatagarasu, my idea of how the Yatagarasu should have gone, includes Maya and Emma and like the other weird girls of around this like era. Clavier optional, Simon optional.
There can only be 3 Yatagarasu, so Kay, Maya, and Pearl.
Let's bring it back in.
No, well, Pearl's too young at this point. Is the thing. Anyway, yes. Sorry.
Hey, totally get it. No hard feelings, yeah? Come on, bring it in.
You've got to be kidding.
My bad. I'm just used to how to do things elsewhere, you know? You know, with the triple cheeks and all.
And why are you here, Mr. Fender?
Oops, almost forgot this is your scene. Keeping the defense out is a strategy that number 1 and for Kama playbook. After all, isn't it?
Hey! Quit it with all the Von Karma stuff, pal. What gives?
Hold it! Detective, calm yourself. His attitude is, unfortunately, understandable.
It is?
I take it you are Mr. Knight's attorney?
Guilty as charged, Your Honor. Well, I was supposed to anyway.
So, he was planning on to represent Knight, if his client hadn't been murdered. He and I would have faced off against each other in court. I'd better see what he has to say for himself.
I love his
Walk
stance.
all the way over here and just talk to you.
Just continue the conversation we were already having.
But up close.
Yeah.
So, the victim asked you to represent him?
We sure did. We were supposed to have a little chat today.
As was I. But a guard showed up instead and told us that his body had been found.
Well, I'm as bummed out about it as you. Even brought him some weenies to cheer him up.
That is too cute to eat. How dare you?
Mr. Fender, you know you can't bring food into the prison.
Oh yeah. Well, it's here now, Watson. Little advice I picked up on my travels, so Moorish.
No, thank you.
Fine, you do you. What are you doing here anyhow? Oh,
Can I get some of those, Mr. Fender?
sure, just don't eat the eyes, they're made of peppers.
Oh, I love pepper.
It's about the only thing I can afford.
Well, that sounds implausible. Pepper is expensive as shit, actually.
For the karma was always more of a convicted offender at all costs, guy. He didn't teach you that?
That was a long time ago.
If you say so. Sure you don't want any weenies?
No, thank you.
Am I triggering something in you?
Have you met with your client previously?
Yes, indeed, Your Honor. Just yesterday, in fact. The prankster called me the minute he was arrested. Sounded really freaked out, man. Oh yeah, mentioned your little performance too. According to him, you really made a nuisance of yourself.
Not a kind word was spoken, I'm sure. Well, sticks and stones and all that.
But did he not like you trash talk your southern fields? Can't say I didn't enjoy the photo.
Fun? How dare you, Mr. Fender?
Lighten up, kid. I'm kind of a fiction of visitors room here. And I don't think I've ever had that much of a gas.
Oh, so you come here a lot?
Hey, don't go getting the wrong idea, little sis. I'm never on the wrong side of the bars. Just happen to know someone who is. The visitor's room is usually the where I'm at. But this isn't exactly my first time in the cling either.
In which case, I'd better ask him what he knows about this room.
Also, what's with the air quotes, my guy?
That's his whole thing.
But he does it on the most random of words.
Yes.
He doesn't know how to use them.
No.
Tell me, what do you know about the scene of the crime?
Quietly upset in dialogue writing.
Oh, this room. No, dude. What do you know about it? I'll give you 3. Answer me these questions 3.
Recreation room? Because it's definitely not a morgue and it doesn't look like a classroom either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a recreation room?
I don't even want to know how you spend your spare time, Edgeworth. Wait, do you have a recreation room like that in your house? Like, hidden somewhere?
But,
But I guess there's plenty here you could play with if you use your imagination. Wink, wink. Props.
Nice.
Now let's see what the answer key has to say, shall we? Oh no, we got it wrong. This actually is a workshop.
So all the options you gave me were wrong? How infantile.
The guns come here to perform various duties. Wink, wink.
Don't say it like that, please.
They gotta learn new skills too, like some qualifications for when they're back on the street.
You're having really fun with this role, aren't you?
Yes. Which is good.
So glad. You deserve it.
Absolutely.
I love him, Your Honor.
He's my Bulbo. I see. And how is access to this room controlled? Who has the key?
Chill out, Edgeworth. I don't have the answers. My man over here probably does, though. Right, compadre?
Yes, sir. The workshops aren't all locked with any physical keys. Their doors are fitted with sensors instead.
What kind of sensors?
Inmates are issued with special bracelets, sir. When they walk through a workshop door, the sensor checks their bracelet. And they're not supposed to be in there. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, the alarm sounds. If they let it in for too long, then bzzz, they get a real shock, if you know what I mean.
I don't think that's legal, but okay.
And if they try and break and remove the bracelet, bzzz, a shock 3 times worse than that.
And when they leave the building, their heads explodes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shit, how do you know about that?
I saw a documentary called The Running Man.
What? That's brutal.
I guess they need to ensure that the inmates follow the rules, but that sounds a bit excessive.
It sounds a bit illegal, if you ask me.
Not
they need to-
California, it isn't.
If they wish to pass through the door like this one, prisoners need to be accompanied by a guard. We disable the sensor for them and let them in.
You get all that?
I love his little shrug animation. I don't know why, but I like it.
Have any
Very
prisoners...
flamboyant.
Sorry?
Very flamboyant.
Oh, yes. I love everything about Eddie's design. The hat, the tie,
Yes.
the clip, you know.
Yeah.
Have
Fun
any
design.
have any prisoners used this workshop today?
No, sir. No one's been in here for days. I'd know if they had.
Huh.
I am.
So, no prisoners have entered, let alone used this workshop today. Door sensors dotted down in my organizer. Which means that there's a contradiction in this crime scene. Namely, there's something here that shouldn't be.
The glove.
The dead body, probably.
I'll take
I mean,
another...
that too.
Yes, the dead body itself, of course, but I'll take another quick look at the crime scene and employ my powers of deduction to solve this mystery.
Wait, you have a deduction button now?
Yep. Ooh, crunch.
Yeah, it's a crunch.
Let me
did a
decrunchify it.
crunch.
Let me decrunchify it from the audience for the cast. There we go. It should be decrunchified.
B.
I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
Immediately goes this crunch.
Is it crunching again?
No.
Oh God, you warned me.
It's just look where your cursor is pointing. It's
Yeah.
Edgeworth, please, this is a crime scene.
You have a boyfriend.
Who you haven't spoken to in days, mind you.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. Rook isn't an inmate. Only inmates have the glove. So the glove shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way inside, so maybe the door sensors? Prisoners,
Yes.
but Yeah, I mean, it does have prisoners, maybe? Prisoners aren't able to come and go from this workshop as they please. The door sensor would detect their bracelet, and the alarm would sound. What's more, according to the guard, no prisoners were authorized to be in this room at all today. And yet, here we have a rubber glove of the kind issued to inmates. This is a clear contradiction.
So where did the glove come from, sir?
I don't know, detective. Not yet, anyway. All I know for now is that the glove is a valuable piece of evidence.
Yay!
Noise.
You, apart from prisoners and guards, who else has access to this room?
No one, sir. This is a prison after all. Prisoners and guards are pretty much all there is.
What, not even a janitor?
Mr. Fender?
Osby, objection! Come on, don't play us like that, friend. We both know that's not true. You know so as well as I do that prisoner and guards aren't the only ones who can come in here.
Huh? Oh, do you mean? But sir, they're...
Mr. Fender, would you care to get to the point? Who exactly are you talking about?
What? You don't have a pair of peepers that hard head of yours? You didn't see them on the way in? Wandering about in the corridors, chilling with the buds. I bet you moseyed on out of the door right now. You'd trip over one of them before you're taking a step.
Listen, pal. We've had just about enough of your baloney.
Take a chill pill, big guy. I'm on your side.
No, they're illegal.
Also, you can't afford them.
True.
Right.
Gumshoe says no to drugs.
You know, for such a white fella, you have a very narrow mind.
Oh,
That's
God.
not incorrect.
Thank you for that education. It's thought about drugs, Gumshoe. Now I know. Oh, seriously, I mean, you gonna leave me hanging?
I did the more you know would sound.
I
And
thought you-
knowing is half the battle.
I had a choice. I made mine.
Okay.
I love these people so much.
What did you?
Hold it, detective.
Sorry, sir.
Look, just follow me, okay? Seeing is believing. Isn't that what they say?
Depends on who you ask.
So,
That's a swagger walk cycle if I ever seen one.
what's with the monkey climbing frame? What?
Don't worry about it, it's fine.
March 27th, 11:06 a.m. Prison corridor.
Kitty.
This is no ordinary cell. Here the humans share their space with some special friends.
Animals?
Yep, furred and feathered fellas of all shapes and sizes. Guard filled me in on how it came about.
So the pirate citizen, yeah!
Yay!
Yeah,
Well, no, because it's still behind bars, actually.
it's been framed.
Goodness.
Seems they decided to try a little experiment on animal therapy a few years back.
Didn't do it.
The cons are assigned a creature each, a buddy to help their spirits up.
Right, I want a liar.
Really? Wow. It seems like so much fun.
He's having a moment of cute
Seems like
aggression by the look of that sprite.
Seems like a convenient way to explain a character in an upcoming game, huh?
Another parrot.
Taka is who I'm talking about.
Oh.
I don't know. We don't know for sure that this is why, but it seems pretty likely considering that it also ties in other stuff that's in Dual Destinies.
Yeah. Also, there's one thing, like in real world, in many prisons, the same approach is taken.
Mostly with cats, from what I've seen.
Yeah. But also dogs.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has ever gotten a monkey.
No, and you probably shouldn't. Those are actually kind of hard to take care of.
Yeah.
They're terrifying.
That too.
Yeah.
And also, I think that's a Japanese macaque.
Seems to be.
Ooh.
You're
The
lying.
ones that chill in the hot spring.
Plus, inmates can even earn better qualifications if they go through with some job training with the animals.
There it is. That's the Simon reference. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that must be what all the equipment in the workshop is for.
You got it. Rooms set up specifically for their training stuff.
So, when you said somebody else could have been at the scene of the crime,
Exactamundo, big guy. I was talking about these guys.
that just means you're still talking baloney. What would an animal do with a rubber glove?
Gumshoe, have you seen
Clearly, you've
pigs?
never had an animal detective.
True.
God, good question. I'm saying is, it was possible. The rest is Mr. Prosecutor's problem.
Mr. Prosecutor.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Prosecutor's
sir,
problem.
if you want me to arrest this piece of baloney, just say the word.
Let me get this straight. Are you saying these animals can wander freely around the prison?
You know those sensors on the doors? They detect the prisoner's bracelets and sound the alarm when someone goes walkabout. Well, for our furry friends, it's the other way around. They're fitted with microchips that open the doors right up.
They are?
Uh-huh. They're implanted just under the skin around the shoulders. Big needle, quick jab, and voila!
What? It doesn't hurt?
Depends on the animal.
Nope, they don't feel a thing. Would you like one? That's what they tell me anyway. Now, where was I? Ah, right. So the point is, they're not the baddies here, so there's no reason to punish them.
It's ironic, really. Here in this institution where the humans are caged, the animals are free to roam to their heart's content. All sensors data updated in my organizer.
Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage.
Oh, now that makes me want to smash some pumpkins. They're not completely free, though. They can't leave the prison proper, for one thing. No sense around that big matter of a door out, you see? Oh,
What was that tingling sound?
Sir?
Is there a fairy over there? Say Brazel.
Hey, listen.
I was thinking more Tinkerbell, but sure. Big woof.
Woof. Woof.
Just look at that thing. And is that a bell around its neck?
Oh my god, I just realized Divot would have a field day here.
It would, yeah.
Yeah, I actually saved all of the little sprites of all the creatures so that I could post them and then have just put Divot.
David in charge of all the animals.
That explains the sound.
Crop them right now. Oh, I was just gonna quick crop them. That's all.
That explains the sound, I suppose.
Woof, 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 woof. Woof, woof,
Mr. Edgeworth, were you seriously trying to stare it down?
I refuse to lose to a dog.
That's yes.
Not for nothing, sir, but your dog handling skills could use some work.
I manage you all right, don't I?
Leave it to a pro. I know how to treat him right. Come on now, come to Gummy. Oh,
No. Denied.
Startling work, detective.
Woof off.
man, ignored by a dog.
That dog was certainly very different to the other animals, and it seemed to have a real thing against me, and only me.
You didn't pass the vibe check, Edgeworth.
Alrighty then. You've met the menagerie. What's next?
Guess we'd better interview some witnesses, right, sir?
Indeed. We need more information regarding what was happening around the time the body was found.
Then we start with that guy. Hey, you there in the cell?
If
I
you want
have-
to talk to some animals, I know an attorney that's cross interrogating them.
Clayface, is that you?
No, I have this guy actually. Hang on.
Boris Carlo.
I was about to say Cody from Street Fighter, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know we were in Arkham Asylum.
I love that I can give their fan translation names because his name is nothing like that now.
Ignored again.
Hello. We were wondering if you might be able to tell us anything about this morning's incident.
Is anyone else a little afraid of this guy?
No, everyone else is very afraid. Ha! I'm a big talker, huh? It's alright, man. I'm on the outside here. Let's start with a handshake, huh? Maybe a hug to break the ice?
Who is going to voice this character?
Drifting's reply. Yeah. There's a character who I believe. So, for this case, I want to say we do get both characters that I believe both Drifting and Laura have dibs on. I'm gonna put them in a subfolder so I can remember that they have dibs because I had forgotten that they had dibs. And I think we have one that was Mist had dibs on.
Yes, but that's
Yeah, and so I'm thinking.
We're going to have to double up at some point.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to double up. But I'm thinking. I feel like this guy doesn't talk a lot to like Drifting or Laura's characters. So it might be wise to one of y'all, if that's okay, or what. I don't want to push too far though.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm not talking to myself.
No, understandable.
That's fair. That's fair.
No, that's super fair. I can also take.
I'm just looking at Laura from across the screen there, do you want it or should I do it?
Mist, you're also here as well.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're also
Is that a
here.
yes or no?
I was just opening the floor because I was doing the guard.
You're good. I can take this guy. I'm gonna try something. I don't know if it's
Okay.
gonna fly, and we can probably. I feel like this guy would also make a really good hot potato, type
Okay.
kind of thing of
Sure.
everybody gets a try.
That is our fan translation of his name, Hot Potato.
Yep.
Hot potato.
But just because I feel like we can each eventually give it a shot and we'll figure out what kind of vibe works best.
Fair. Let's go that then.
I don't know, something like that.
You're
Because
just
he's
smart.
he's not distinctive. Anyway.
Okay.
Seconds out.
Ooh.
What's that supposed to mean?
Hey, I get it, man. Not everyone's hugging time. I'm cool with that.
Why do you have a
Oh,
polar
he
bear?
has a burr.
Yes, little bird. I am gonna post all the animals now. Well, hold on. I think we've seen all of them except for one. I will
It's
save the
supposed-
one. Animals.
Well,
And animals.
He's not Cody from Street Fighter. He's Balrog from Street Fighter.
Round 1. 10 reps each.
What is this man up to? I'd better see what he has to say for himself. Your name?
From the blue corner, it's... I had forgotten that's his new name. I'm writing it down. Hang on. Rocco Carcerato's a fucking...
Carcerado is
Isn't
on the nose.
It's like
Carcerado
incarceration.
in
That's
Yep.
like...
prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, in prison.
Yeah, it's making me cringe is the thing I'm trying to get
Also,
across. I'm
Rocco
like,
is clearly like a Rocky reference.
yeah,
Yeah.
in the fan translation, the bear's name was Rocky, which I think that's a better approach. But
Yeah.
like, anyway,
Yeah.
I'm judgy. From the blue corner, it's Rocco D259 Carcerato. I could make him Italian, but I'm gonna try to aim for like mobster, which does have Italian, but it's like a New Yorker Italian.
Yes.
The text seems to imply that.
Yeah. Don't
Yes,
mind
the
if I keep
specific-
moving, do you, boss? Yeah, sorry.
The specific breed of Italian, the New Yorker Italian.
Hey, I'm walking.
hey, I'm
here.
walking here.
I'm just reminded of those many jokes that we made in Turnabout Corner with the Kataki family. Oh gosh.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, going back to the Kataki family, like Divots, Boss Kataki, yeah, was so good.
It was
Waki.
Come
What
here
you talking about,
on the
man?
day of my son's trial.
Come to me on the damn my
Yeah,
son's-
see,
Anyway, back to it.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Get on this
Yeah,
game
he's
walking.
dead.
You fucked up. I fucked up. We fucked up.
Sorry.
Good job, you killed Dave.
gunship down, gunship down.
I'll be okay. I just... okay. Don't mind if I keep moving, do you, boss? Fighter can't let his heart rate drop, see?
Doesn't look there's any danger of that. Don't you worry you'll lose too much weight doing all that?
Gotta make weight before a fight, boss. Won't even make it to the ring if you don't.
So you're... Wait, I get it. You gotta be a boxer, right?
Was, back in the day. It was good to stay fighting fit. At least, Rays, that's how I see it. So, is the bear part of your training too? Looks kind of like an apron. It's so cute. Hot potato, somebody else. I got it.
Yeah, you got. Yeah. Ain't nothing cute about Teddy. Kiss my partner, see? This polar bear keeps me on my toes.
He seems to have loosened up a little. That's my chance. Where were you and Teddy at the time of the incident?
Come on, boss. I ain't no stoolie, and I don't know nothing no-how.
That's
I'll
so
be the-
good.
I'll be the judge of that. Please answer the question.
You punch drunk or something, boss? I told you I don't know zip.
Yeah. So he won't play ball.
Oh no, duh, he's an inmate.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything to lose.
Yeah, the only ball he plays is ball and chain.
Ah! I hate it,
Good
but it's
one.
very good. I salute you.
Hey.
Anyway.
That means that got a link kill out of K. So it's you know.
Yeah. I appreciate y'all so much.
We appreciate
Thank
you
you
too.
We appreciate
And thank you
you.
for, and thank you for letting me have the idea of like what if we can like hot potato characters, because I think that's like a fun
Yeah.
thing when we start like having to double up.
Yeah,
type
that
thing,
makes
you know?
sense. Yeah,
It's more
It makes
advanced
sense.
silly
I'd-
voices technique.
I
as they
prefer to
evolve.
not do that for every double up character, but
No,
for one that's minor like Rocco, sure.
Rocco's so nothing burger. At least he was in the fan translation. They've added more by making him like it kind of like Italian-ish vibes,
question.
gangster-ish. So
Do you think he's got a modern life?
First warning for Lemongrass. Lemongrass, this is your first warning.
okay. Guess there's only one thing to do, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
Indeed. The more he protests his ignorance, the more certain I am he's hiding something. All right, let's see exactly what you do and don't know. Shall we, Mr. Carteretto? Mind Palace.
It's fun in there, at least in my one.
Let us analyze the state of play. He adopts a boxing stance when he's on high alert. My guess is that things don't go well if I push too hard at such moments. When my opponent's on the offensive, I should remain calm and bide my time. He's bound to reveal an opening eventually, which is when I'll pounce.
Also, I think he has a boxing stance whenever.
Not wrong, not wrong.
Now,
First-
occasionally he is winded and just rests.
First, let's see if our friend here knows anything about the incident. I'll start by asking how about his movements, and bring this fight to an end before he knows what's hit him.
My chest.
Commands.
Why don't you start by telling me what you've done today?
My
You,
biceps.
you will answer me, Mr. Carteretto.
What? You want to shot the champs at it? Put him up, pal. Put him on. Southpaw. Southpaw. Throwing in the towel already. That's gotta be a record.
Fisticuffs is hardly my style, but I'm more than happy to take you on the game of chess. Incidentally, don't you get tired ducking and diving like that all the time?
You think I don't got the stamina, kid? Oh, you just try me. I ain't tired. Not today, not ever. Especially not today. Took it real easy this morning. I mean, some quiet cell time. Hardly broke a sweat.
Really? You look pretty sweaty to me.
Oh, give me a break, will ya? I'm done talking, okay? I'm tired. Yeah, real tired.
You may have kept your boxing skills sharp, Mr. Carteretto, but I'm afraid your lying needs quite a bit of work. Tired? Really? I hardly think that's possible, especially not after you just told me about your quiet cell time this morning.
Oh, we gotta be careful here, Teddy. When this guy lands, damn, he lands.
Oh no, the gloves are coming off.
He's hiding something. I'm sure of it. I should try asking about what happened at the time of the incident, both in and outside his cell. Time extension. Oh, I need to use my fists in this next round. No, I'll deliver this knockout using carefully chosen words alone. Do you remember what you were doing at the time of the incident?
I was catching some Z's. We both was.
The incident happened only a short while ago. You seem wide awake, all things considered.
Fighter's gonna be able to get up quick when he's down. He needs his beauty sleep too. Builds muscle.
Is that so? Then I apologize for waking you. I have read that a rest is an important part of any boxer's training regime.
You don't say. So Mr. Prosecutor's savvy when it comes to the fight game, huh? Who knew?
Interesting. How do you know I'm a prosecutor? I don't remember telling you. You've been eavesdropping, haven't you? You've been listening to every word we said out here in the corridor. Which means you weren't asleep. That you are lying again.
Oh, you good kid. Caught me clean with that one. Alright, I admit it. I wasn't catching those Z's. But what? A guy can't work out his cell no more without lawyers getting involved? Or is a man taking care of himself a crime now?
The fact we... one second, guys. The fact that we now know he was awake is an important development. It could well prove to be a useful clue. Did you notice anything strange around the time of the incident?
Man, that voice is echoing right now, but what do you mean strange?
Thank you. Answer the question. Tell me what was going on around that time.
Oh, I could help you, boss. But I was asleep. We both was.
Time to deploy my clue. Enough of your barefaced lies. You weren't asleep. You were exercising. You told me as much yourself.
Counterpunch, Should've said that were coming.
It seems I have you on the ropes, Mr. Casaretto. It's time to come clean about what you know.
Alright. You don't gotta shout about it. Stomping around like you own the place. Teddy and his pals been scared enough this morning.
You've done well to endure this long, but I fear you'll soon be out for the count. You say the animals have been scared enough already, which implies something happened here earlier. Well, what was it, Mr. Casaretto?
Quit it, Willie. I'm getting shellacked here.
Round one. Winner, Edgeworth.
Fine. Somebody yelled, okay? Real loud, real scared. Oh, the little guy scared too. Yeah, laughing up, Mr. Big Shot Lawyer. Let me see you do the same thing in the ring.
Checkmate.
Perfect.
I think we've now established that...
Victory.
Thank you. I think we've now established that you know more than you're letting on, don't you?
Fine. I'll talk.
Yay.
Shit. I didn't realize I was muted.
That's fine.
You did it, Mr. Edgeworth.
Let's not get carried away, okay? Our work has only just begun.
Hold it! Hey, can we go time out here for a sec, guys? There's something super big I need to say. It's like fate brought us here today after all these years, Edgeworth.
Guy who does not know how to use air quotes.
And it's a real privilege watching how you work. Eye-opening stuff, in fact. I'm gonna add my own incorrect info.
I object. There's no air quotes.
Objection.
I'm so fucking glad that Burr has taken Eddie has elevated the role of Eddie this way. I'm so happy about it.
It's perfect character for Burr.
Yeah.
Just thought you should know, Eddie, telling you know who. Well, you've become.
Huh.
Wait, you can't know Phoenix, right? No, the other you know who. Who? No, who?
You to get the lowdown, huh? Well,
Hold it! That's enough. This has nothing to do with Kay.
whoa! Don't have a calm, man. That's so sensitive.
That was basically, hold it, shut the fuck up.
Report whatever you wish to whomever you wish. Just do it on somebody else's time.
Whatever you say, boss man. But I think he should know at least. You know how you've been living your life since you signed on to doing things from Karma way? After all, you've disappointed him enough for one lifetime already, am I right?
Well, yeah, that's what happens with father figures usually, so...
Well, what's he talking about, Mr. Edgeworth?
Nothing that need concern you, Kay. Our focus should be on Mr. Caserato. Now, shall we continue? It's time to hear the truth at last.
Y'all won't let a glove on me, kid. Going orthodox on this one. There was a show finished right around 10 a.m. Came back here after. Did me some training. Leastways I tried to. But I got to the count of 2 before somebody screams, "What the? Ah!" Guy was hollering and howling, crying for help. But what can I do? I'm locked up in here, right? So I tunes it out, I gets back to work.
I find it curious that you would pay so little heed to a desperate cry for help.
Like I say, boss, what can I do? Besides, this is a joint. Don't always thank nobody for getting involved in what ain't none their concern.
I hear you, brother. Best you could do is rubberneck from in here anyway, am I right?
You mentioned training. Mr. Caserato, I can't help but notice how well equipped your cell is.
There's a guy. Fixer, as they call him.
What's a fixer?
Fella can get his hand just about anything you need. For a price.
Usually called red.
No way, I think it's...
Perhaps, Mr. Caserato, what you ought to ask for is a beginner's guide to giving better testimony. Because I can promise you that you'll be down for the count in 1.
You? Put me down? You tried, you bum.
And what about chub liver?
You're just decoration. I love Eddie so much.
Yeah.
I mean, that scream couldn't have been our victim because we said the death was instantaneous.
Yeah.
Who
You
the
are
fuck
correct.
screamed then?
What is that? Look. Stab wound to the throat. There's no way he could, there's no way he could, like...
Yeah.
Objection!
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
Sometimes I'm smart.
Are you listening carefully, Mr. Caserato?
You trying to be cute or something?
The victim died from a wound to the throat, and very quickly at that. Had neither the time nor the ability to scream as you claim he did.
But...
You say you heard the victim's cries, and yet, that would have been impossible.
But... there must have been a scream. He said there was.
He said there was?
Oh, quit looking so smug, will ya? Fine, I admit it. I didn't hear nothing, alright. But the guy in the next cell did. He told me so.
The next cell?
The parrot!
Of course, the parrot. It's been a while, Polly.
Bastard. You mean?
Oh, that.
Ah, that's too bad.
Aw.
Okay, random prisoner.
Hang on. He does actually have a sprite, and it talks a remarkable amount for not having
Oh,
like
wow.
a full sprite. So I'm
Wow,
gonna find
okay.
him. Hang on. But yeah, hang on 1 second.
Oh my
Teddy
god.
just standing there.
Rocco moves so fast he blurs in the
Yeah.
Uh,
And Teddy is just standing there having a good time.
Yeah.
His
Well,
sprite has got
anything after
speed
him, which
lines,
is-
it's really good, yeah.
I'm just standing there looking gorgeous.
Prisoner. There he is. Okay.
Who wants to
Yeah,
take
he doesn't,
the
he doesn't
random?
talk a ton, but he talks enough.
Who wants to take the random prisoner then?
I'll do it.
Wait. Spoilers. Shit. Oh. Sorry.
What do you want? I heard a scream. What of it? We came back from the show and they put us in our cell, same as always. And just like I told this guy, I heard it. A scream. A real scary one.
Scary how exactly?
Didn't tell him this part, I guess, but it was kind of like... Eek! Someone, anyone, come quickly, he's... Something like that.
Well, I guess it's safe to say that probably wasn't the victim.
I would say, while I enjoy that you're doing that, Burr, I wouldn't do that because sometimes you might be doing emphasis when he's not supposed to in different
I mean,
scenes.
the thing is, I think all the emphasis are when he's not supposed to. But
What I mean is that when he's being
definitely,
when he's being genuine is what I'm talking about. You know.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, well, I guess it's safe to say that probably wasn't the victim.
Indeed, it sounds more likely to have been the person who found his body.
Ah, that explains it. So Mr. Carcerato was telling the truth. More or less.
Is that really the case, though? Are there really no problems with his testimony? Nope.
Who
No,
would've
no
screamed
problems. Let's go home. I want to sleep, Edgeworth.
Based, but who the fuck
I
saw
haven't
the
slept
body?
in 2 weeks.
Who screamed that?
Yeah, where is the one who noticed?
I'm afraid
Where's
a new problem has reared its head. Namely, why didn't you hear the scream yourself, Mr. Carcerato?
Fair point.
Yeah, what gives, pal? How come you didn't hear anything when your neighbour heard it clear as day?
Lipsies. Why is it only a single punch he just throws out? I'm expecting like a flurry of them at some point. Like, I'm ready for the flurry, but it's only just one of them.
No. He only has the strength for the one punch.
He's the
Okay.
one punch man.
Yeah.
Why, you think I did the crime or something, huh? From inside this here cell? Got died over in the workshop, case you forgot. There you
Hey,
go.
you get your
That's a few.
flurry.
Yay!
Well, yeah, it does seem a little weird now that you mention it.
God, this guy's sprite is just like the amalgamation of like so many freaking Street Fighter
Yeah.
characters. I got Guile,
Yes.
Sagat, Cody, like
Cody,
freaking hell.
yeah.
Yeah.
Balrog, yeah. All of them.
Balrog, Bison, yes.
Is that
Yeah.
my prisoner talking or is it the other one?
I bet it's your prisoner.
He's right, neither of us could have done it. Because let me tell you, if I could get out of this here cage and murder somebody, you all be toast.
Yeah!
Oh, I love
Hey,
Gunsmith's pride in this scene.
Ain't that the truth? You bums ain't leaving this place one piece of any of us, culprit.
Yeah, Gumshoe pulls away like an anime girl. I love it so much.
I almost forgot that these men are hardened criminals. Well, I won't be doing that again anytime soon.
Oh, I'm guessing this wasn't how you saw this going, Edgeworth.
What's my next move here? I won't get much more out of them in this state.
Overruled.
Oh, hell yeah.
Who's there?
Oh.
Oh.
Order in the court.
Hop a tear?
Hop a up.
Oh, no, you don't have to. If you want to take it, you're more than welcome to. It's-
You know what, fine. Who I made you the boss of me, huh? Can't you see we're kind of busy here? Shh, 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 shh. Hush now. Silence is golden.
I love her.
Damn it, you said it first.
I get to post her.
It is. Your hand, if you please.
God.
By the power vested in me, I hereby sentence you to blissful silence.
Bonk.
Pray, a simple life awaits you. No money, no possessions. May the goddess of justice watch over you, now and always. God, if you would.
Missed.
Sorry. Looks like you'll be spending the night in solitary, buddy.
The fuck? Come on, please, boss. Any place but there. Oh, there is no need to be afraid, my child. If anything, you should rejoice. Ah, this is a blessing. A chance to redeem yourself. To be reborn.
Come on, let's go.
The way he was just dragged up is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, goddess of justice, bless your child and keep him in your care. Oh, Holy One, we give thanks in your name.
I had a second of like, oh, holy mother.
Yeah. Oh, I thought we left Spirit of Justice behind us.
Well, I mean, I think the thing that they're, since this was made after the localization of Spirit of Justice, I'm sure that is intentional because, as I have said, there is stuff already in this game that links to Dual Destinies. There's an explicit one coming right up, but there might also have been an opportunity with the localization being recent to do that. Anyway, they also got to use the word selfie, which was not, I don't think, in common parlance when the game came out. So,
Also, we at least know who her favorite prosecutor is.
And you are?
Not the person formerly known as oh god, who was it again? Justice Courtney, thank you.
Yeah.
Justine Courtney.
I put down the wrong names first until they introduce themselves because I realized that's the way we can not have spoiler.
And I could have read that.
Their
Why
name
did I
actually
not read? Why did I not read that? I could have read that. What? Anyway, Verity Gavel, at your service.
I think I prefer the new name.
Me too.
I'm not sure.
It is my honor to bear the title of judge and to work at the pleasure of the law.
And what is a judge doing in a place like this?
Since you ask, Mr. Edgeworth, I have been sent here to find you. I come bearing a message from the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. And it is my sacred duty to deliver it.
The Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence? What the heck? What the fuck is that?
It is first and foremost a name that should not be taken in vain, my child. Not least saying that ghastly word within it. For it is a sacred phrase. It is a sacred phrase from the goddess of justice herself.
Why don't I fill you in, kiddo? The committee is a panel of 11 people whose job it is to keep your beloved prosecutors honest. They're all men. They're all old men. In other words, they make sure people like Edgeworth here don't cross the professional line.
I thought you were going to say they're all shadow creatures for some reason, because that's what they look like to me.
Also, judging by all the previous games, they're doing a very shitty job.
Very shitty job of it.
Yeah.
They're doing they're doing a great job over there.
Like, considering the fucking King of Prosecutors trophy was won by Manfred von Karma for like 7 goddamn years.
Yeah.
Actually, that does tie into this game.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I reminded people of it.
Yeah. Also, we go ahead, Rick.
No, you first, Bert.
We did get into Dark Age of Law despite their existence.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say the one at the head of the table looked like Bobby Fulbright, so
Oh no! Oh no! Uh-oh!
So you can tell they're dedicated to justice!
Exactly.
The panel is comprised of people from both the legal and political professions. A panel of which you are a member, I assume?
I am. Allow me to thank you on the committee's behalf for your service.
Wait, you're firing him? Thanks for coming to see us like this. I'm speaking for myself, it's a real honor to meet you. It's always great to hang with a judicial compadre, you know? Come on, bring it in and chillax. We're friends here.
Overruled. Shush. No chillaxing. Need I remind you that the committee has a long-standing relationship with the Bar Association?
Hey, I didn't mean anything by it. I was just trying to lighten the mood, okay?
So, your job is to find bad prosecutors and punish them?
Precisely, my child. Praise be to the goddess of justice for bestowing her gift of insight unto you.
Detective, why do I hear boss music?
I think we're falling into the clutches of the Holy Inquisition, sir.
When did the horse start chanting in Latin? Also, I don't want any spoilers, but I just hope finally someone gives Eddie a hug.
The committee has the power to remove problematic prosecutors from cases.
Oh no, he's been cancelled. Sorry! That's where my brain immediately went.
And should a prosecutor truly unworthy of the title be brought to our attention, we are vested with the power to confiscate that prosecutor's badge.
The one they don't wear.
How is Payne still working?
What does the Committee for Prosecuting Whatever You Said want with Mr. Edgeworth? We're in the middle of an investigation here. Objection.
We're investigating here.
Oh god, it's
the boy! It's the boy!
It's the boy. Pitiful. You really don't know, do you? What an ignoramus.
And who are you, pal?
Winner. Eustache Winner. Prosecutor extraordinaire. Thought you might know me as just the Winner, and then they call me down at the prosecutor office. With great affection, I might add.
Not by us.
I've never heard of you.
And how about Detective Flatfoot over here?
You took everything from me. I don't even know you.
Nope. Name means nothing to me.
That's to be expected of an ignoramus, I suppose. Ignorance is sweet, as they say. So I'm sure most things mean sweet nothings to you.
Ignorance is bliss, Winner. And I don't think sweet nothings mean what you think it means. Dear God, the education system.
Your Honor is an idiot.
Natural. It's entirely natural that you aren't yet acquainted. Eustace only joined us last month.
So he's nothing but a rookie?
I'm not just any rookie, I'm a willing rookie.
which he will prove himself to be in due time.
Now let's cut to the chase. I'm here to clean up your mess, Edgeworth.
What do you mean? What mess?
I fear I know exactly what he means. The committee sending an envoy with a new prosecutor in tow. I suspect I know what you're getting at, Winner. But I'm going to need a few more details. Would you mind explaining, Judge Gavell?
Very well. By the power vested in me by the Goddess of Justice, I hereby declare that in the matter of the incident at the presidential address and the murder of Mr. Bronco Knight, the committee hereby decrees that Prosecutor Edgeworth be relieved of his duties and replaced by Prosecutor Winner. Here ends the verdict.
What? Mr. Edgeworth was off the case? Just like that?
Judge Gavell, I believe I asked for an explanation.
No explanation is required. The guilty verdict is in. The goddess has spoken, and her judgment is final.
Objection! What exactly have I done to warrant being taken off the case?
Come now, Mr. Edgeworth. Claiming ignorance of your crimes will not serve to lessen your guilt. You boarded the presidential plane, violating the principle of extraterritoriality, thank you. Now I'll say that word in acting now. Violating the principle of extraterritoriality. And while there, you performed an unsanctioned investigation and subjected a visiting foreign leader to questioning. In other words, you did a lot of shit. You were one wrong move away from causing a major international incident. Ha! You vastly overstepped the authority of your office. To call it an abuse of power would be no understatement.
Objection! I don't deny that I may have pushed the boundaries where certain rules were concerned. But there's also no denying that certain risks must be taken if one is to arrive at the truth. I refuse to concede that my actions were inappropriate.
Overruled. Then what you are saying is that the ends justify the means. That rules can be freely ignored.
I just spotted another misspelling, by the way.
Oh?
Inappropriate had 3 P's in at the start.
My God.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Canon typos. Now we're getting scary.
That's. I guess you could say that's inappropriate.
And then it's inappropriate. That is a very dangerous way of thinking.
What, spell checking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The law is absolute. It is not to be bent to your whims.
Forgive me, but not all of us believe as you do.
Did you hear Sorry.
Continue, yeah?
Didn't you hear the real judge at the end of Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney, say that the law is not absolute? What were you doing back then? Going to kindergarten?
That technically hasn't happened yet.
Timeline.
Yeah, timeline. That would have happened after.
Wait, so this is before Apollo Justice?
This is before Apollo Justice, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was it?
That could very much. I mean, this entire game could explain how we get to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Canon years. This is still in 2019, right? Yeah, I think so. Is that so? How unfortunate. Still, it changes nothing. Big hammer time. When a trial ends, the hammer falls.
Is the
Small
hammer
hammer time.
Oh.
Be you defendant or attorney, even if the verdict seems irrational, nothing more can be done.
Stop. Hammer time.
Nothing, that is, but to give thanks for the goddess of justice's
I
divine
think you've
grace.
never heard of appealing.
Unless you wish to appeal, of course, to do so would be to risk your badge, of course.
So they mean to take my badge if I don't play along.
Whoa, tough break, Edgeworth.
I see you've accepted your fate. Good.
It's not so bad.
Guards, if you would be so kind as to escort him out.
Also, wait a minute. If Eddie is a defense lawyer, then where the hell is his badge?
In my pants.
You
know how to
line.
You know how people keep asking, like, what's in your pants? My badge.
No, stop!
Yeah. So there actually are only 2 defense attorneys who don't wear their badge on their lapel, and Eddie is one of them. That's just a fun fact.
What are you doing, detective? I'm in charge here now, so you do as I say and move out of the way.
What? You're not the boss of me!
Unluckily for you, Flatfoot, that is exactly what I am.
They're holding all the cards here. I don't stand a chance. My game's chess, not poker. Detective Gumshoe, do as Mr. Winner says.
But sir!
Judge Gavell,
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
the committee's decision is beyond irrational. So yes, I do plan to appeal. You haven't heard the last of this.
Duly noted. Until we meet again, then.
Let's go, Kay. We're leaving.
Right.
Oh, and remember, you know who will be getting a full report on all of this.
Perfect.
Who's he talking about, Mr. Edgeworth?
Lord Voldemort.
I guess we're going to find out next time, as that's a perfect stopping point for this week's
Yeah.
episode. Wow,
Indeed.
what an episode! What an introduction as well to some major players in this game.
Yep.
Yeah, amazing. I want to, and I can't do it without the cast. I want to thank, of course, the audience for being with us here tonight, and of course, I can't do it without this lovely group, the cast. We're down a Divot this week, but Divot should be back with us soon. TM. But in the meantime, I want to thank Burr.
Yeah, I hope I don't offend anyone, but I think Sebastian the Best is not pretentious enough, so I choose Eustace Winner.
I want to thank Drifting.
I don't care. I've been waiting to voice him for 84 years.
Yes, you have. I want to thank
That's
Kay.
your boy. I'm so fucking jazzed that that we have such a good casting for Eddie, and I'm so glad. Things are going great. I'm excited.
I think we've got a good casting for everyone so far.
Oh no, for sure. No, I'm saying, but specifically,
Oh,
I
yeah.
was wondering about what was going to happen with Eddie. That was the one I was like kind of not worried, but like a little like concerned, I guess. I don't know. I was like, I hope we get I hope we get something that fits, because I didn't.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Makes sense. I want to thank Ms. Laura Petal.
I tell you what, that first overrule just felt so good.
You're masterful of it. Absolutely wonderful.
Overruled.
Yeah.
I want to thank Mr. Lemming, Russ.
I hope this isn't too loud.
And of course, my good friend of yours, Mistropolis.
We'll see you all next time.
Indeed, we will. Thank you for joining us here tonight, everyone. We'll see you next week. This has been the Silly Voices crew. We'll see you all next week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye for now.
Also, stick around because you might raid into someone.
But who?